The Honourable, the member for Harbour, Maine.
Before I start, I'm just going to make one comment. It's taken me a long while to get here. It was a lifelong dream. I knew me and the honourable member across the way had a lot in common. I will discuss it with him later. One from Miss, one parent being Liberal, the other being PC, and his keen interest in mental illness, which I do have. It is indeed an honour to rise in this honourable house and deliver my maiden speech as the elected member for the District of Harbour, Maine. I would like to take a moment to thank the voters from my district for trusting me with the responsibility of representing them in the House of Assembly. I would like to thank my family, my daughter Kim, my son Thomas, and my grandson Brandon. Also my sisters Jenny and Georgina. I would like to thank the hard-working volunteers that made my campaign a success. Madam Speaker, without their support, I would not be standing here. Taking my seat in the legislative Newfoundland and Labrador represents the fulfillment of a long-held dream of mine and the conclusion of a long journey in public life. Madam Speaker, I was born in Avondale and spent most of my early years in Burkish Junction. I am the daughter of the late Sarah and George Buckle and one of their 9 children. My father's work with the railway meant we were on the move a lot during my childhood, and it allowed me the opportunity to see a lot of this beautiful province. My parents instilled in my siblings and myself many values that we share till this day. They showed us the value of hard work and the commitment to what we believe in. They taught us to believe in our dreams and to pursue our ambitions. Though I spent most of my early life in Avondale, I moved to St. John's to continue my education. Upon the completion of my secretarial and Travellers and Tourism program, I worked in the field of travel and tourism for over 20 years. Madam Speaker, I moved back to Harbour, Maine with my late husband and daughter, following my daughter's graduation from the School of Social Work. Though our daughter was grown up, my husband and I felt we still had more love to give a child. Recognizing this, I got involved in the Chernobyl program, which brought in children from the Soviet Union who were affected by the nuclear power disaster in the Ukraine. For 6 weeks, we hosted a boy from the Soviet Union and provided him with clean air, fresh fruit, and a broader global perspective. The cost of this program was $10,000 a session. My husband, daughter, and I raised the $10,000 2 years in a row, and we got a lot of joy from providing an adventure and a loving family environment for a boy we took in. In our mid-40s, we adopted a young boy named Thomas. 2 years later, our family would be complete when my daughter adopted Tommy's little brother. We agreed that we would raise the boys in our home, becoming parents of young children again after 25 years, which are a major adjustment for my husband and I. There were a lot of laughter and a lot of tears, and through our family life was full of joy and excitement. There was still something missing in my life. I felt a call to serve from a very young age. My father instilled into me a keen interest in politics. I realized that I could give back to the community if I put myself for public life forward. So in 2007, I ran for town council for the town of Harbour, Maine, Chappers Cove, and Lakeview, and was successful. I served as a councillor and later deputy mayor. My husband also felt the call to serve to public life and served as mayor for the town. Unfortunately, he lost a 3-year battle with stomach cancer. During this ordeal, he courageously continued to serve as mayor. After his passing on Mother's Day 2014, I took over the role as mayor. His strength and courage was an inspiration to me as I assumed my new role and devoted countless hours to this. This was a difficult time because in addition to my husband's passing, my son struggled with mental illness and my grandson struggled with autism. But I had to focus and move ahead. One of my fondest accomplishments while serving as mayor was to organize the town of Harbour, Maine, Chappers Cove's 50th anniversary celebration. I also spearheaded an annual Canada Day celebration hosted by the town. I was honored to take part in bringing the community together in a celebration of heritage and history. These were truly highlights of my term as mayor. In July of 2014, I made a decision to run for a seat in the House of Assembly under the leadership of the man who would become our Premier. I committed to serve the people of Harbour, Maine as a member on the Premier's team of leaders. I ran for the district of Harbour, Maine because I had a lifelong personal connection to the area of Newfoundland and Labrador. It is a large and diverse district with a rich history and vibrant communities. Just to name a few of the annual cultural offerings in Harbour, Maine, there's the Holyrood's Good Festival, the Cubans Legacy Centre, the Burke's Blueberry Festival. Madam Speaker, each town and community in my district has its own unique ways and values. Because I have spent most of my life in this district, including terms of public office, I'm very familiar with the issues of my constituents face and the concerns they hold. Madam Speaker, 2 weeks into the election, I lost my sister. And let me tell you, it was no easy task to bury her that afternoon and to put on her clothes and to move on. But I knew in my heart of soul, I also then had two people who were working for me on the other side, and it was unbelievable the things that happened. But while I was campaigning, I spoke to hundreds of people about the issues that mattered to them. Based on their feedback, I hope to work with my colleagues on both sides of the House to find solutions to some of the issues my constituents raised with me. I will advocate for greater internet coverage in certain areas, infrastructure issues like water, sewer, paving. I will advocate for increased access to purchasing Crown lands for people at my district. Madam Speaker, healthcare is another issue that was often spoken during door-to-door. My district runs from Seal Cove to Upper Gullies into North River, which is over 10,000 constituents. I believe in the Premier's vision for a stronger tomorrow. I share his values of openness and accountability, better management, long-term planning, and strong leadership. I'm confident that under his leadership, my constituents will be able to share in a stronger tomorrow. Before closing, I would also like to share a small story. Most of you people here had to go to when the districts changed. But however, I didn't have any of that to do because I only decided 6 weeks prior to the nomination that I was going to run, and I was having a very difficult time. I had lost my husband, I had the boys to deal with, and I was asking my late husband, people might have thought I was crazy, what will I do? Send me some signs. The first sign wasn't very good, the second one was worse. But on a Friday morning in the pouring rain, the most beautiful yellow butterfly came into my door with my dog, and it was raining outside. And I'm there jumping up and down by myself in the kitchen saying, that's it, Ray, that's the answer I needed. I'm running. So I never looked back. So, Madam Speaker, thank you for giving me the opportunity to rise and address this honourable House. It is truly a privilege to be here and a dream come true. I'm so grateful to be a part of this team. Thank you.